Good morning. Day 4, I think. Again, this whole Vlogmas thing is more difficult than you would think. In trying to just follow yourself around with your camera and film every day, at least for me and for us, is like, we don't feel very exciting. So we're just like planning up ways to be goofy and show off who we are, I guess, is the best way to do it. Anyway, today I'm going to wrap a couple of orders from my website. We have to run to the post office and also a short run to the grocery store, which is not my favorite thing to do, especially during this pandemic. And I'm still working on computer stuff. I hope to upload some other things to my website, maybe do some picture taking today. I've got a lot of photographs taken already, but a lot of them I don't like. Maybe that's just my perfectionism, but they don't show off what I do well. So I just need to retake a few things and re-describe and put things together a little bit better because they just don't seem to be working for me. Maybe that's just me, but anyway, so let's begin, shall we? And I hope you're enjoying all these little diary entries. And again, don't be scared of my backdrop. We're gonna do a little cleaning in between also. Like I said the other day, I'm almost at the point of no return. So I've been collecting all kinds of little boxes, gonna go through all my stuff. I'm actually gonna start some D-stash listings on my own website, and maybe before Christmas restart my Etsy site a little bit. I'm not sure about that yet, to be determined. So here we go. So I had an order from my website, so I'm going to put together some of my masks. My sweary words. Sweary words. Almost everything gets pre-packaged. I've got little instructions, and the masks, they're all pre-washed. These things just take me forever. If you watched the day 1 video, it's crazy. It takes me a week to finish several dozen of them. It's nuts. A little instruction goes in there. And then these things, I make a lot of these too, but these things are fabulous. This one's all my shipping and promotional goods, scissors, different things you might need. The other one underneath is extra cards. I carry them with me when I do shows or if I'm out. I'm going to tuck a card in the back of each mask. When I'm wrapping things too, I like to try to make sure that I also have postcards. That was me, I was 6. Forgive me, there's a garbage truck outside, I think. And I can hear kids next door. So there's some noise. So let's make sure the air is out of there. Push it down a little bit. Yes, you can hear the garbage truck. Woohoo. Garbage day in the neighborhood. This one's kitties. Kitties. They're cute. So I try to make sure that each individual item is always received, and I like things to come as it feels like you're getting a gift, even if you ordered it for yourself. So I have a little Christmas wrapping. Let's see. All right, sorry about that. And had to grab fabric scissors. So, little ribbon. Start at this point. Visit around. Visit around this way. And back. And underneath. Quick bows. Nothing horribly fancy, but it just makes it look pretty when you get it in the mail. And quick little tie. Ribbon. And then neaten up the ends. I have my postcards and always write a little note somewhere. Little personal note on everything. It's what makes getting things from an independent seller is such a cool thing, because you can get little notes, you get little cards, you get little thingamabobs. I think maybe I'll just tuck that in there. And I'm going to add just an extra wrap of bubble wrap, even though the envelopes have bubble wrap. So they're kind of funny. These are soft products, but I like them to arrive the same way they were when they left the studio. So that is wrapping of something you might get in the mail. Should we get a greenie? Let's get a greenie. Let's get a greenie. Let's get a greenie. Oh, what should you do? What should you do? Oh, yummers. Yummers. Favorite treat of the day. Just ran to the post office. Thought I would try a stream of consciousness chat in the car. We'll see. Have to be super careful because it's very illegal to touch your phone if you're driving. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll see. We shall see. Because I just came from the post office, I'm running to the grocery store. Try not to kill anyone. Try not to kill anyone! It's a beautiful day here, although super, super windy. The wind was howling around the house, and when I drove out of our neighborhood, there were umbrellas flying around and vegetation and all sorts of stuff. So, so people get to look at me and think, she's talking to herself. She's a nutcase. You know, which actually might be true. Okay. So, post office done, grocery store for minimal items. Always something. Can't go a day without it being something. Somebody's out of something, somebody wants something we don't have. My kids don't want to go to the grocery store. They will, but only under duress, or like yesterday, even though there's several $100s worth of food in the house, my daughter wanted sushi, so she dragged herself out of the house to do that. But this morning, she was sweet enough to say, "Can I get you a coffee?" And she ran to Starbucks for everybody since she also works there. She's very gracious about doing that. She brings us all coffee regularly, which is really cool. Lends itself to all of our caffeine habits. And it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My son was still in bed when I left the house, which is typical. Stays up really late and then doesn't get up during the day. But he's working, has a job, so I guess can't complain too much about what he does. So yeah, I still haven't done anything creative. I'm waiting on a spoonflower order, and I reordered some of my favorite fabric patterns, I should say. A lot of people complain about spoonflower, but I really like it. It gives you lots of choices that you can't find in a regular store, pattern-wise, or you can make all your own patterns. I think people don't like it because they don't take the time to order a few samples. Spoonflower does great sales where they have 50% off fat quarters, which is going on today. And they'll run it for like 36 hours just to see who bites. So then you can order, like for $5, you can get a fat quarter of cotton, or I think it's $6.50 for, I don't know, they have chiffon, they have velvet, they have linen. So you can try things out, or you can get a sample book that gives you, I think they're 3 by 3 inch squares-ish of every fabric that they print on. And that's also really helpful because you can decide what type of fabric you want for whatever project you happen to be doing. But I think that's the only way to go about it. I ordered the sample pack, kind of got a feel for all the different things, and then I ordered fat quarters and the fabrics that I chose out of the sample book that I thought might be good for what I was doing. And I discovered that some of the things I thought were going to be great weren't. So you have to kind of spend a little time and a little bit of research to try to figure out what works for you, because I hear a lot of people complain about them. Their lead times are kind of long, but that's because they're popular. And I don't know of any other good resource like that in the United States. And if anybody does, please leave a message in the comments if you have another place where you custom print your fabrics that you like better than Spoonflower, or that's in, hello? You want to try staying in your own lane? Californians drive like dirt. Sorry. Aggression therapy. Driving is aggression therapy. Woohoo. Anyway, so test out what you like. Test out what you're getting from Spoonflower. When I get my stuff, I will try to remember to undo it on camera, because I got what they call fill-a-yard, where you can cut a yard in half, and you can put 2 different patterns on a yard of one type of fabric, which I think is also very cool, because sometimes you don't want a whole yard. Like, I make a lot of little things, and I need a good size piece, you know, fat quarter or bigger, but I sometimes don't need a whole yard. So, and they don't charge you anymore for that. So